Good evening, I'm Jeff Glor, and we're going to begin tonight with the close of the special counsel's investigation and the delivery of the long-awaited Mueller report. The Attorney General notified Congress at 5 p.m. Robert Mueller, a former FBI director, was appointed nearly 2 years ago to investigate Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election and whether President Trump or his campaign was involved. The Attorney General, just appointed William Barr, will brief Congress on its findings and decide how much to release. Since the special counsel investigation started, there have been indictments of 34 individuals and 3 companies. That includes 25 Russians, as well as Michael Cohen, the president's former personal lawyer, and Michael Flynn, Mr. Trump's first national security advisor, as well as Paul Manafort, his former campaign chairman. The president has frequently called the Mueller investigation a witch hunt. We have extensive coverage tonight. Paula Reid is at the White House. Major Garrett is here in studio, and Ed O'Keefe is at the Capitol. But we begin with Paula. Paula, what do we know now?
And Jeff, this final report confirms the Russia investigation is over. And a Justice Department official tells us there will be no more indictments in this case. So we wait to see how much of Mueller's final report becomes public. The report was delivered by a security officer to Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein this afternoon. He passed it to Attorney General William Barr within minutes. The White House and the president's lawyers were notified beginning at 4:30, and at 5 p.m., this letter was delivered to the House and Senate Judiciary Committees. In it, Barr wrote, "The special counsel has submitted to me today a confidential report explaining the prosecution or declination decisions he has reached." Barr added, "He may be in a position to advise you of the special counsel's principal conclusions as soon as this weekend." The report is described as comprehensive, and very few people have seen it. The Justice Department would not comment on its length. Washington has been anticipating the report for weeks, with camera crews watching every movement outside Special Counsel Robert Mueller's offices in a nondescript building in downtown Washington. Even the president didn't know when it was coming. He spoke to reporters on his way to Mar-a-Lago this morning.
I have no idea about the Mueller report. I'm going to Florida.
But that didn't stop him from criticizing the probe.
There was no collusion. There was no obstruction. Everybody knows it. It's all a big hoax. I call it the witch hunt.
In a statement, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said the White House has not received or been briefed on the report. The president's attorneys said they were pleased Mueller had delivered his report and said Attorney General Barr will determine appropriate next steps. According to the law, it's up to Barr to decide how much of the report to make public. Earlier this week, the president said he should release the whole thing.
Let it come out. Let people see it.
But before Congress, Barr has only promised to follow the law.
My goal will be to provide as much transparency as I can consistent with the law.
Democratic House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said in a statement, "It is imperative for Mr. Barr to make a full report public, and the White House must not be allowed to interfere." And 2020 presidential candidates took to Twitter to demand the report be released now. The president's attorneys have been working on their own report to rebut Mueller's findings. They're working on this report for quite some time, but they have not actually seen Mueller's final conclusions. Jeff.
Okay, Paula Reid, thank you very much.